I think that boredom was the biggest factor for me with the eating disorder. If I had nothing to do, that's when the angel and the devil on my shoulder, just like you got the devil going, got loads of time, easily have a binge now, and there wouldn't be anything stopping me.
And what would you say is the single biggest thing that has kept you on the straight and narrow then, that feeling of purpose?
To me, the gym is, again, everybody's wired differently, but for me, the gym is like my safety net. If I'm having a crap day, if I'm dealing with crap, go to the gym, and by the time you come out of the gym, you've done your session, like chucking weight around, that big problem isn't a big problem anymore.
But how have you found the difference on that? Because when you were younger, your kind of escape was running.
Yeah.
But then that running that started as an escape became a problem. Then,
Yeah.
from half an hour to an hour to running into bulimia. How do you strike that balance or that difference, if you like, that going to the gym is just getting rid of your stress and making yourself feel better, and that the gym doesn't become a problem?
I think it's because obviously the other areas of my life are in balance. I think obviously the running coincided with me finishing school, obviously finishing college, and not really having anything else as my purpose.
And I was going to say, I'm not trying to force you back to saying yes to the having the why, but I guess just trying to follow it through for other people's purposes. You're saying that your life's in balance now, but in balance because you've got that why, because you've got that.
Yeah, obviously, what I'm doing with my work, there's so many elements to it in regards to, obviously there's like the training people like online. There's obviously the new side of what I'm trying to do with the corporate side of things, getting into businesses. So I could sit around and do nothing, but there's always something to do. Whereas obviously before there was literally nothing to do. So I've always got a reason to be busy. And I think that boredom was the biggest factor for me with the eating disorder. If I had nothing to do, that's when I couldn't sit on my own in a room without, like 5 minutes later, I'd be like, legs would be going, like be tapping myself, because it would just be the angel and the devil on my shoulder, just like you got the devil going, got loads of time, like easily have a binge now, and there wouldn't be anything stopping me. Whereas obviously, like, I don't have that because I've got other things to occupy my mind.
And I guess everybody's problems manifest in their own different ways, and obviously yours ended up with the eating disorders. Do you think, as someone coaching people through mental health issues now, do you think that this solution, if you like, this why, this purpose, this busyness, ultimately applies to anyone's version of those problem manifestations, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's any kind of self-sabotage? This is what's missing in people's lives, which ends up causing that self-sabotage.
I think that's it, and I think obviously, like, the people that follow me on my socials or whatever, obviously they're going to have an inherent interest in sport, exercise, fitness. And I don't claim to tell. There's a lot of people that I train that don't go to the gym. It could just be that it could be rugby, it could be swimming, it could be whatever. There's some people that haven't done any form of exercise for 15, 20 years, and just getting them out of the house that's their gym. So it's not about people who like look at me or the things that I put up. Mine is lifting, is weightlifting, not bodybuilding, but weightlifting. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly what I do. You don't, because otherwise you're not me. If you train like me, you won't look like me. And obviously that's a key thing. But it's making sure that you have something in your life that will keep you active. And I think you will know, obviously, being like a successful entrepreneur, it takes a lot of time, and it's very hard to teach someone that, because there are a lot of factors involved with starting your own business. You can come into something at just the right time and it could fucking fly. It could also be that you've got to spend 10, 20 years grinding every day, and eventually you'll get your opportunity. When you're in the gym or when you're exercising, it's all you. Like, the person that started your before pictures and the person after, the improvement that they make It's solely them. It's not anybody else. There's no other factors involved. It's solely based on the amount of work that you put in. And I think that's the building block for them to go, if I can apply that to myself physically, and I can see within 6 months I've improved tenfold, what if I applied that to work? What if I applied that to that business idea that I've always had? And I think like that it's the quickest thing that you can do to reap the rewards. And I think that to me, that's the exercise is that foundation. It's that initial thing that they can go, if I spend 3 to 6 months making this my sole mission to improve myself, that's the foundation where they go, shit, if I did that with work, or I did that with this business idea, or I did that with my family, or I did that with my friends, how much could my life improve in a year if I've got gym or exercise, but like building my business, building that side hustle, improving relationships with my partner. And I think that the exercise is the start of that. And I think that's whereby it's one of the key, well, I've got 4 key pillars. Obviously, mindset, mental health is the first one, and then training, nutrition, and then the work-life balance. Those are my 4 pillars.